It's my great honor to welcome our resource person, Engineer Gagandeep Kaur, in our today's national webinar. Uh, Mrs. Gagandeep Kaur is working as Assistant Professor in Electronics and Communication Engineering at Yadavindra College of Engineering, Punjab University campus, situated at Talwandi, Sabo, Kenya. So she started her career in 2007 as Assistant Professor in the National Institute of Technology, Jalandhar, and after 1 year, she joined Punjab University, Peshawar, and presently she is posted at the College of Engineering. She has 13 years of research and teaching experience in the field of signal processing and wireless communication. She has authored 22 research publications in various journals of national and international, and she has presented 19 such papers in different national and international conferences. She has published 3 books, book chapters, and guided 11 master's students so far. Once again, Madam Gagandeep, on the behalf of our college, on the behalf of our university, on the behalf of IDP cell, we welcome you, ma'am. We are really delighted to see you today and listen to your important lecture on basic ICT tools. Madam, I want to share with you that about 120 students of various batches of BTech Technology of our college will be attending today's webinar. I welcome all the participants to this webinar. Now I request Madam Gagandeep to kindly deliver her lecture on basic ICT tools. Ma'am, please, you can start your lecture.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for nice information. Good morning, sir. First of all, thank you very much for giving me the great opportunity to give lecture on ICT concepts and tool. So should I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am, yes. Gurveer, have you not, ma'am, to share the screen?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, can share.
Okay, yes, you can share.
Hanji, sir.
So this is visible.
Ma'am, PPT open नहीं है.
Sir, PPT is visible.
No, ma'am, no. Your screen is being shared, but PPT has not been opened. Please open the PPT.
Sir, I have already opened. Here
No,
is
ma'am.
your screen sharing now.
It is not visible.
Okay, sir.
Yes, yes. Now, no, no. Please try again. Yes, ma'am, it is visible now.
Okay, sir, fine.
Gurveer, please start the recording.
Sir, screen is visible now?
Yes, ma'am, visible people start.
Okay, sir, okay. Should I start my presentation?
Yes, ma'am, we can start.
Okay, sir, okay. Today I'm going to start my presentation on ICT concepts and tool. I'm Gagandeep Kaur, working as an assistant professor in EC department at Yadavindra College of Engineering, Talwandi, Sabo. Topic of my presentation is ICT, that is basically what are the concepts of ICT and its tools. Now I'm starting with basics. What is the computer? Computer is an electronic device. Here we can see the picture of computer. Here's a input devices, output devices, system unit. This system unit is a CPU. This is basically central processing unit. Here all the processing of computer is done in this system. This is the mass storage device. This is the input. This is the output device. Now, what is computer? We can see computer is an electronic device that can store large amount of data. It can perform operations of data. Operations are like arithmetical operation, logical operations, and different operations we can perform on computer. It can process data whenever we need it. Known from to compute. What is to compute? To compute means we have to do calculations. It can perform function on data and display the result as output device. Display the result as output device, like we can say this is the output. These two are the output devices from where we can get output. Like we have to take printout of our result, or we have to take any other material as a output. This we can take from the printer and screen. Which is what is process. Now, computer that works on the data as per program is called process. Means what we have to do on computer. That is basically a program. And the program behind the computer works is known as the process. We have the different processing means operations like calculations, outputting data, logical decision making, communicating with other computer. Here diagram we have a input and processing unit. Firstly, we give input through the keyboard or other input devices. And in the processing part, there is a processing is done in this part. And finally, we get output. Next is the characteristics. These are the some basic characteristics of the computer. First one is the speed. Speed of computer is very fast. It can perform arithmetical and logical operation. It gives accurate result, means accuracy of computer is very high. Now, fourth is reliability. It gives very reliable result to us. This can be used as the storage device. And characteristic of computer is it can be used to retrieve data and program. Means when we do any program, we can take it out from any part of the computer. Next is the automation. This can be used in automation industry. Versatility. This is very versatile. Versatile, flexible means this is very flexible means where we have to use, we can use it easily. Consistency and communication. This can be used for the communication part. What is communication? Communication is basically we can say we have to exchange our information. Now these are some application of computer. First one is science research. This can be used for research purpose, for education purpose, for business applications, for banking. We have to use in this banking, for office automation, for management, for engineering, for road traffic control, for railway, like we use computer in ticket bookings, for medicine, like for telemedicine, computer can be used for information services. Now, next is what is the internet? What is internet? Internet is interconnection of many computers via network. This internet word comes from the two words. One is inter and second is net. The combination of these two words come as internet. Inter plus net equals to internet. Interconnection of many computers via network is called internet. Second is this is globally connected through network through LAN and WAN. What is LAN or WAN? LAN is local area connected and WAN is wide area connected. To provide the various application services like email, Usenet, www. This is www is World Wide Web. Telnet, this is used for telemedicine. FTP, this is also type of protocol. FTP is file transfer protocol. Now, next is the uses of internet. What are the basic uses of internet? In our daily life, we are using internet. Now we know that uses of internet, this can be used for searching, for email services, for commercial services, like In nowadays, for COVID-19, we are using computer or internet as electronic bots, and this can be used for publication purposes, for video conferencing, like we are doing this video conferencing on Zoom. This is also uses of internet. Sharing data and results quickly, like I am sharing my data. This can be used for retrieving files and program of all types, find information, databases and tutorials. This can be used for newspaper, for banking purposes, for downloading and uploading any type of information. This can be also used for entertainment also, for music, and use of internet in various fields like education, business, governments, and many more uses of internet are there. Now, it says next part of my presentation is internet as a ICT tools. What are the ICT? ICT means information communication tools. This can be used as ICT can be used as Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, interactive whiteboard. This Zoom app, this is also type of ICT. In this Zoom app, we can use as a whiteboard or for video conferencing, for audio conferencing. This is also type of ICT. ICT is information communication technology. This can be used as e-books, internet visualizer. Visualizer is what? Visualizer is like what we have in our mind. We can see it as it in computer. Now, next part is what is ICT? During the last decade of 20th century, there was extraordinary development in information and communication technology, which led to transmutation of process and practices in almost all aspects of human activities. ICT are the technology used in conveying, manipulation, and storage of data by electronic means. Means this can be used as for changing our information. Transmutation means changing our thoughts, our practices, and this can be used for conveying messages, for manipulation, and for storage of data. Information is the data that has been sorted and arranged. Like what is information? Information is our data that is sorted or arranged. It consists of organized facts and opinions people receive during our daily life. Changing data into information is called data processing or information processing. Means what is in the form of data, what we are changing. What we are changing in the information is known as the data processing. Means what we are processing. That is basically known as the data processing or information processing. It involves gathering, organizing, and reporting data. So this is useful to the people. Like this is a live example of ICT. Like I have gathered data, then organized and then reporting to all the people who are in this Zoom meeting. This is useful in this is very useful technology for ICT. It is done using information technology. Now, next is the various ICT tools. ICT tools means information communication tools. We have various tools that we are using in our daily life, like radio, television, video, DVD, telephone, fixed line or mobile. This may be anyone. Satellite systems, computer and network hardware and software, equipment and services associated with these technologies, such as video conferencing and electronic mail. These are the some examples of ICT tool. Like this can be used as Blackboard, then Blackboard 2, overhead projector. OHP is overhead projector. Then this can be used as phone, pager, TV, VHS, wireless phone. This goes to LCD, PC, whiteboard, interactive panel. Then we have various search engine which can be used as ICT tools. Next is the information and communication technologies. People often use the terms these together, information and communication. These terms are related, but each means something different. Information means we are we gather some information, we gather some data, and communication we are exchanging our thoughts, we are exchanging our information or data. That is basically communication. Data includes individual facts, stats, or any idea. These facts and ideas are not sorted or arranged in any manners. Now, what is communication? Communication, as I have earlier told, communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place to another. Like, I am communicating my presentation. This is like I am communicating my information with you. This is also type of communication. Exchanging information from computer to another computer is also type of communication. The classic communication system is made up of an information source, an encoder that encodes data, a transmitter, a receiver, a decoder, or the finally for storage and retrieval as an information destination. These are the some part of classic communication system. Next is synchronous communication. We have two type of communication. One is synchronous and another one is asynchronous. Synchronous communication is like synchronous word means same time. Synchronous means same time. Like we are doing this video conferencing. This is also type of synchronous communication. Online chat. This is also type of synchronous communication. One is these are further text-based, audio-based, or video-based. Like same time we are doing chatting. This is also type of synchronous communication. Means same time I am typing here and you are getting my information. This is type of synchronous communication. Mobile technology. We are doing chatting on our mobile. This is also type of synchronous communication. This may be conferencing. It may be video or audio conferencing or phone. Third one is satellite. This can be used as television channel. We nowadays we have a smart TV. They are used for exchanging the information. They are also type of synchronous communication. Second is video conferencing. Like I am exchanging my information. This is also type of synchronous communication. Second type of communication is asynchronous communication. Asynchronous means that is not in the same time. Like we are doing the mail. That is not like mail is not like chatting. Chatting is like same time. We are typing here and you are getting my chat. That is, and you are giving information. You are giving you are giving me to answer. That is known as synchronous. When we are doing any mail or we are putting any questions or like we have a very discussion forums, blogs, e-groups, Wikipedia, Google, mobile, SMS, MMS, and podcasting. These are some type of asynchronous communication. Next is scope of internet as a ICT. This can be used in education, research, for communication purpose, for entertainment purpose, for exploring the world. But what is happening in the world that we can from the internet. For finance purpose, like this can be used in bank. For shopping purpose, nowadays this is very common trend to do online shopping. This is also type of scope of internet as a ICT and many more fields of internet as a ICT in considered nowadays. Scope of internet as a ICT in education. ICT as a tool to innovate teaching learning practice via internet like digital content, multimedia, teaching learning method, learning environment. We have a digital content in PDF form or various videos on YouTube or any other search engine. This can be used. Teaching learning methods. There are, this is a basic tool of ICT to how to use in education purpose. We have two different learning methods. One is EMIS and second is CBCS. EMIS, Education Management Information System. This is used for administrative purpose. For administrative, this can be used as administrative tool. Third one is ICT as an expanding learning opportunity. This can be used for distance learning or for e-learning. Fourth is ICT as a facilitator of higher order thinking skill, learner-centered, self-directed learning, and tailor learning. There are different type of learning methods are there. This is traditional versus internet-based ICT education approach. This is the category classroom. This can be used as traditional and ICT in education. In traditional, we have a limited size capacity of students, but in ICT, through ICT education, there are unlimited of candidates can be get this information. This classroom teaching is type of synchronous. Synchronous means same time. This ICT in education, this classroom is anytime, anywhere. And content of traditional classroom is PowerPoint, transparencies, textbooks, library, or video. But ICT in education, this can be a type of multimedia, simulation, digital library on demand. This can be synchronous or asynchronous. Next is psychology behind the ICT. Here is an effective sign. I hear, I forget. Verbal description only are not enough for the learner to remember and understand. Visualization of object, especially in science and technology, is very important. Second is I see, I remember. Knowledge that is gained through the sight is more colorful, accurate, or permanent. It is said that 80% of our knowledge is gained through our eyes. All of you are aware about the movie Three Idiots. That we remember because that we have to see through our eyes. This is in the category I see, I remember. So 80% of our knowledge is gained through our eyes. ICT can help in learning. Speed and automated function of ICT can enable teacher to demonstrate, explore, or explain aspect of their teaching and student learning more effectively. This can be used as a spreadsheet to perform calculation in order to pattern can be concentrated on rather than calculating the data. This can be used for learning as extend access to the sources. The capacity and range of ICT can enable teachers and students to gain access to the historical, recent, or immediate information. For example, accessing information on CD-ROM or the internet. This can be used to enhance inquiry skills. This can be used for the searching purposes also from the different sources. ICT can help learning enhance the communication of idea. This can be used to communicate with people locally or over distance easily or effectively. This can be used to present information in ways which are accessible in different form for different audience. Does ICT increase access to the learning opportunity? Yes, this can increase access to the learning opportunity because this can be used in education opportunity in dispersed location where conventional schools are not viable. A choice to student and parents of what they want to learn. This is in category of CBCS system. This is choice-based credit system. Third one is a safety net for the school dropout so they don't lapse into illiteracy. This is in this period like COVID-19, this ICT is very useful. Next is alternative venue to the school, second chance education, standardized curriculum material, lifelong learning concept, limited fraud in assessment process. Next is green ICT. Green ICT means this refers to an approach in reducing the energy and other resources consumed and the emission and other wasted product across the ICT life cycle from manufacture and use of ICT in an organization to its reuse and aims to improve environmental sustainability of organization. This green ICT can be used to reduce energy consumption and CO2 emission during ICT use. This can be used to reduce environmental impact of the disposal of ICT waste product. In addition to above, green ICT also explore how ICT application can be used to help other sectors to conserve and optimize energy use. Now, these are some steps toward green ICT. These can be used to reduce power consumption of ICT equipments. This can be used for paperless, buying energy efficient ICT equipments, disposable, reuse and recycling ICT equipments, server optimization and visualization. This can be used for indirect ICT saving like teleconferencing, web conferencing or through video conferencing. This is our commitment, accelerating our daily life activities by convergence of technology and sharing of experience and resources. Green ICT can reduce cost and negative impact on the environment, making being green good for all businesses. These are some useful keys that we are using in our daily life for internet purpose. Like one is network. What is network? Network is connecting computer with each other for exchanging information. It may be any type. Next is client. What is client? This is a program or computer for getting special information from another computer. Server. It is a program or computer which gives information to the client computer. Protocol, it's a rule for connecting the internet. TCP and IP. TCP is basically transmission control protocol and IP is the internet protocol. These are the protocol used for connecting the internet. Next is portal. What is portal? Portal is a website that is basically known as gateway of internet. Portal is basically known as search engine. Router. This is a device which decides where data will be sent. Network point. Where is the network point that can be selected by router? www. This is World Wide Web. Browser. It is a program which helps us to use internet. Like we have a browser like Google Chrome or many other browsers are available on the internet. Next is website. This is group of different web pages, URL. This is universal resource locator. These are types of website domain. .com, like commercial organization. .net, this can be used for large networks. .gov for government organization. .org, this can be used for non-profit making organization. .edu, these are for this .edu, this is educational organization. .mil, this is for military organization. .in, this is for India. .au, this is for Australia. .us, this is for United States, and .uk is for United Kingdom. These are the some domain, or we can say website, where that can be used for various organization or for various networks. These depends on the various countries also. Like .in is for India, .au for Australia, .us for United States, and .uk is for United Kingdom. These are units of computer memory measurement. These are used in computer, like 1 bit equals to binary digit, 8 bit equals to 1 byte, 1024 bytes equals to 1 kilobyte, 1024 KB, that is 1 megabyte. These are some memory measurement used in the computer. Any queries? Thank you very much. I hope you all understand about the ICT.
Dr. Nitin.
Thank you, ma'am, for the very wonderful and detailed presentation on the ICT and basic tools of ICT. And you have covered all the basic aspects of computer, what is meant by computer, its applications, the characteristics of computer. Then you have told about the ICT, various types of ICT, then communication, how communication and ICT can be correlated. Then you have said synchronized communication, that is and asynchronous communication and its various examples. The different types of synchronized communication examples, scope of internet and internet application in today's era, and the application of ICT in today's scientific field or for the different fields purpose. So, and the new concept of green ICT, that is reducing the energy consumption and the CO2 application in through the ICT. So it was very wonderful and detailed presentation. Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable time.
Thank you, sir.
I will hand over to the Dr. Varinder Singh for the vote of thanks.
Dr. Nitin,
If
I
there
think there are some questions in the chat
I will
box.
take. There are some
Can you
questions
please read
I
it?
can ask. Ma'am, the students are asking what is meant by synchronized and asynchronous communication?
So synchronous and asynchronous means same. Like we are doing this video conferencing, this is type of synchronous communication. Asynchronous means like we are doing mail or we are searching any from any search engine, that is asynchronous. Synchronous means same time doing communication, that is type of synchronous. Asynchronous means that is not on the same time.
Okay.
Like chatting or video conferencing, audio conferencing, this is type of synchronous.
Okay. Ma'am, next question is what is meant by WPA and how WPA3 is more secure than WPA2?
So these are the general technologies. WPA is Wi-Fi protected access. This is Wi-Fi protected access. This is the very secure communication or secure or certified program developed by Wi-Fi Alliance.
Okay. Next question is what is
This WPA3 is very secure than WPA2.
okay. Thank you, ma'am. Next question is what is mean by TCP in Internet Protocol?
So these are the some protocols that can be used for transmission control. TCP is basically transmission control protocol and IP is internet protocol. These are some type of protocol. One is another one, that is FTP, that is file transfer protocol. These
Okay.
are used for connecting internet.
Okay. Last question, ma'am. What is or which is the best type of communication, synchronous or asynchronous in today's era?
So both are good. Synchronous is also good, that is used for like video conferencing, and asynchronous is also good, like we are doing mail or any search, we are searching any type of information, that is in asynchronous.
Okay. I think all the questions we have covered. Now I will hand over to Dr. Varinder Singh sir for the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Nitin. Thank you. Good afternoon to all. It is my privilege that I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to those who have directly or indirectly contributed to the conduct of this webinar on basic ICT tools. At the outset, I would like to thank the IDPCL University for providing this opportunity and facilities for the conduct of this webinar. I would like to thank Dr. Indrajit Singh, Vice Chancellor of the University, for his motivation and inspiration for the conduct of this event. My sincere thanks are due to Dr. SPS Burman, PI, IDP, and Dean COTS, Dr. Ramneek Verma, Dean of our college, for their support and guidance. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to today's chief guest and our resource person, Engineer Gagandeep Kaur, for sparing her valuable time to share her experience and providing valuable guidance to our students. It was such an enlightening and wonderful talk on ICT tools. I hope the students will find the webinar very useful in their academics and future career. I would like to thank Dr. Gurveer Singh for providing all sorts of technical support. Lastly, I thank all the students for their active participation in the successful conduct of the webinar. They always act as source of inspiration for us to conduct such events. Thank you all. Thank you. Now the
Thank you, sir.
students, please switch on your videos. We want to take some photographs. Students, please switch on your cameras. More students, please switch on your cameras. Gurveer, Gurveer, please do the
Yes, sir. Clicking, sir. Done, sir.
Okay, now students can log off. Only the students can log off. Others will be there. Students can log off. Students, please log off.